With all of these new announcements that have been going on in the camera world, my curiosity, my interest in cameras and in photography has really just blown up in the past 2 or 3 days, and I'm really excited. Now, I've been using the Canon 6D since college. It's been maybe 3 years now since I got that camera, and it's been a great camera. But the problem is, when I moved back to the Philippines, I've rarely used it. I do take it on trips sometimes, but on my last trip, I took it and I did not use it at all. And instead, I just used my phone, which is great, by the way. I love shooting with my phone. Even if the images aren't the best, I like the convenience of just being able to shoot, edit, and upload through my phone. That being said, it would be awesome to have a new camera that was convenient enough to take with me everywhere, that had the Wi-Fi that I love on the 6D that allows me to transfer the photos straight to my phone where I can edit them and where I can upload them. So I think this is going to be the beginning of a new series, a series that will follow me through a quest to find the perfect camera for me. When people research what cameras to get, they often look at specs. They often look at, what camera objectively might be the best in terms of the image quality, things like that. But what people sometimes fail to take into account is that different cameras fit different lifestyles. Like Nikon D810 might be a very good camera, but not everyone's going to want to take that camera around with them. So it might have the best sensor or one of the best sensors out there, but it's no good if it just stays at home. And the same way, the iPhone is a very convenient camera in that you can take it everywhere with you. In fact, you have it everywhere you go. You usually have your phone. And so it's a very convenient camera, but the image quality might just not be enough for what you want to shoot. So therefore, you need something a little bit better. And then there are those cameras in between. And what my goal right now is to find the perfect camera that will fit the convenience that I need to take it every day with me, or a majority of the time with me, because really the type of photography that I do is more travel, scenery, everyday sorts of stuff. I don't do too much portrait work, like studio work. I don't do too much of that, although that is something that I have done in the past and might want to do in the future. So that's also something I have to take into account. That's all to say that this is going to be a new series to outline my quest to find the perfect camera. So, what can you expect from this series? What I plan to do is I plan to shortlist a bunch of cameras, maybe 5 or 6 cameras that I think will fit my needs. And you guys can help me with that by recommending cameras that I should try in the comment box down below. I'm going to try to get a hold of all of those cameras. If I can get a hold of all of them at the same time, that would be great. But realistically, I'd have to get a hold of them one at a time, review them one at a time, and try them out one at a time. And then after I'm done with all of that, then I can make my decision on what the perfect camera is for me. Now, I know that there might be cameras that I won't be able to try, or things that I might miss, but I'm going to try to do my best, be as objective as I can. But again, I need to share my opinion on how it fits my lifestyle. And hopefully what I get from this and what you guys get from this is that I might find the perfect camera for me at the end of the year, or I might not, but I'll see what's out there. And whatever I choose at the end might not be what's best for you, but hopefully I can outline the pros and the cons of each camera so that you can sort of decide what's best for you out of what I've chosen. And if none of them are, applicable to what you need, then, that's cool too. At least you know that the cameras that I've tested, you can rule those out from your search for your perfect camera. So right now, I don't really have too many guidelines for what I want from a camera. I have a couple. One, it's got to be a size or a form factor that I'd want to, or I'd be okay with carrying around with me to places that I go, even if it's not a very far travel destination, even if it's just somewhere within the city. It should be something that I'd want to bring with me, or tell myself that, why don't I just bring it, because it's not going to get in the way of anything. I think that is one of the biggest things that I need from a camera. The second is Wi-Fi. I really want there to be Wi-Fi on the camera. That's something that I really use in my Canon 6D. It's a feature that I've grown to love and that I think I'll require from all my cameras moving forward. And, it's probably going to come in most of the cameras moving forward anyway. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's got to have a wide angle lens. So I might be testing out cameras with fixed focal lengths. I might be testing out cameras where you can change the lenses. But at the end of the day, I like shooting at around a 24 millimeter range. That's sort of my go-to focal length. So if I can get one with that length, that would be great. If it can change lenses, then that shouldn't be a problem as long as they have that focal length within their lenses. So those really seem like they're the only fixed factors. The form factor plays a big role. I'd need to be able to carry it around with me. Secondly, it needs to have at least a wide angle lens on it, if not interchangeable lenses. It's got to have Wi-Fi. And those are really the musts. Now, the things I'm going to try to figure out along the way are if the speed and the operation fit my needs. I've tried some Fujifilm cameras in the past, and I'm going to try some in the future, but the ones I've tried in the past, they seem just a little bit too slow for what I was used to and what I was used to from a DSLR. So that's something I'd like to take into account, the speed of use, I guess. In terms of megapixels, I don't really require much. Around 20 or more would be ideal, but if it's something like 16, I can totally live with that. But 20 plus, that would be great as well. Low light performance, if it's on par with my 6D or greater, that's ideal. I don't really want anything less than that. And in terms of sensor size, anything from 1 inch to above is good. Now, one thing I did not mention is video. And video is something that's very important to me, but right now, I don't know if that's something that I'll want from an everyday camera, or at least what I'll need from an everyday camera, because it would be great to have great video. I'm getting more into video. Sometimes I want to take videos instead of photos. So it's something that I do need to consider, I guess, but I'm not really sure if I want to include that in this search for the perfect camera for me, at least. That might come in the future, but who knows? Along the way, I might be testing out the video and see, and maybe I'll take that into account in the end. We'll see. But great video, that's definitely a bonus. That's definitely something I'd like from a perfect camera for me. The cameras that I have on the top of my list right now are the Fujifilm X Pro 2 and XT2. More likely the XT2 based on the fact that it has videos and it supposedly has a better EVF, but I'm going to consider both of those. I want to try a Sony A-series camera, whether that's the A7 Mark II or one of the variations, the A7S Mark II or the A7R Mark II. I want to try maybe one of those. I want to try an Olympus Micro Four Thirds camera. I know there's a new EM1 Mark II, which I'd like to consider as well. And like I mentioned in the beginning, a Canon DSLR might make the cut, even though it's kind of big, kind of bulky, if it's worth the features, because I'm very used to shooting with Canon DSLRs, and the operation of the Canon DSLRs, I know them like the back of my hand, so it's easy. It's just whether or not I'm willing to carry it around. And so far, those are really the cameras that I'm thinking about shooting with and trying out. So if there's any other cameras that come to mind when you think of a carry around with you everyday camera, please let me know. There are other cameras like the Ricoh GR, is that what they're called? The Ricoh GR cameras, the digital ones. I know there's a second version right now. There's of course the Fuji X100T, those types of cameras. So I'd also be willing to consider those cameras as well. Again, leave your suggestions in the comment box down below to let me know what you guys think I should try in this little experiment of mine. So that's it, guys. I'm super excited about this new series that we're gonna embark on together. I hope you guys get excited too. I don't know what it is. It's just these past few announcements that I've heard. There's the new Sigma lenses. I don't know what it is about Sigma lenses, but I always get excited about Sigma lenses. What else? There's the new medium format Fujifilm camera that's about to come out, or that at least is in development, which should be good. And I've always also been intrigued with the Pentax 645Z, or is it the Z? I think it's the Z, the current one. There was the D, and then there's the Z right now, which is a beast of a camera and has always excited me. So there's something about the cameras these days where I sort of want to pick something new up, something that I can carry around with me. I think it's also the fact that I take a few more pictures now for Instagram with my phone, and I wish that I could have slightly better image quality coming from the cameras that I upload with. So if I could carry something around that doesn't get in the way and is better than my iPhone, then that would be so great. Who knows, my next perfect camera might be the iPhone 7 with the 7 Plus with the dual lenses. We'll see. Maybe I'll try that as well in the near future. So that's it, guys. This is just a quick announcement. I hope you guys are excited. I'm extremely excited, and I know I've said that a ton in this video, but I'm super excited. And I'll see you guys in the next video.